Oh, the bad boy, the bad boy, the bad boy, the bad boy. Sebastian again done some shit again, and he's under the scrutiny of the FIA and the press, and everyone is like crucifying him for being rude. But really, that's what the Formula One franchise needs. It needs controversy. It needs trash talk. It even needs road rage. Come on, it's just exciting, you know. Crashes are always great. It's not like, oh my God, you can't touch another car. Imagine you could crash and the other guy and you could both die. And no, shut the fuck up, you know. Just I think it should be encouraged. Rage, rudeness, controversy, all of that should be encouraged. They could officially, the official position could be, you can't do this, you can't do this. These are the rules, but like silently, they could even encourage him to behave badly, because all the news, all the exciting headlines in Formula One lately have either involved Sebastian Vettel or Kimi Raikkonen. It's either swearing or it's like dangerous driving and all the great stuff that we need we need basically. But yeah, the race itself, crazy in a way, because there are so many safety cars, and this Baku track is a street circuit. It has no runoff areas. It has walls on the sides of the track, and when there are these pileups and carbon fiber brakes and shatters everywhere, it has nowhere to go. It just, everything ends up on the track, and often in the firing line, so to speak, in the trajectory where the cars will go. So lots of splinters of carbon fiber, lots of punctures, obviously, lots of contacts between cars, and many safety cars, and even the red flag situation. And the funny thing is that even though Sebastian got his 10-second stop and go penalty, he still managed to actually gain points in this race over Lewis Hamilton, because Hamilton's race was ruined by his team, essentially, or whoever is responsible for fastening that thing around the safety brace or whatever the fuck it's called. And it was due to no fault of his own. It was the fault on the Mercedes team, something you would not expect from this Spartan organized German team, which is acting like a well-oiled machine. But sometimes, human error still, and stupid situation. Really pity to lose a race due to something silly like that. But I guess for the championship, I think I personally would rather prefer Vettel to lead, because that's not what we've seen in previous few years, obviously. And who gained the most in this situation? I think Vettel gained, even though he did act, questionably from the moral point of view, although it was quite exciting. But the biggest gainer of this whole mess of a Grand Prix was Ricciardo, who got a clean race, didn't have any, not that I remember, any issues with debris or mechanical issues and so on, and as a result he won, and won with quite a safety buffer. One thing that was slightly sad was that Felipe Massa, who retired after last season, almost got a podium, or at least a very high, very good finish, but didn't in the last I don't know how many laps it was. Basically his car, after the restart, I think his car failed. The rear suspension failed, and Martin Brundle, the Sky commentator, was very very good to notice that the car is moving around, that it's rigid, like looks like it's very rigid and not suspended properly on the straights, and that ended up exactly being the issue. The rear suspension had failed. So bad luck for Massa, but oh, of course, the third place was not for Massa, but it was for oh no, it was not for Lance Stroll. I was going to say it was for Lance Stroll, but bizarrely he lost his podium in the last lap on the start-finish straight when Bottas pulled right next to him and somehow mysteriously passed him. I cannot understand how, but you know, Bottas was catching Stroll for the past however many laps, and in the last lap he passed him, but I think he still ended up on podium. But it was not second place; it was third place for Lance Stroll, which is still amazing considering that he's 18 years old. So yeah, interesting race. Mercedes ended up gaining more points on Ferrari, which is unfortunate, just for the balance. But Ferrari still have the championship leader, so it will be great to see how the points competition unfolds in the next few races.